welcome back to another episode of Exposed Wire. As usual, I am your host today, Josh.
It's me, Bonds.
And I'm Eric.
Hey, how you all doing?
I'm tired.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
I'm fat.
Okay, good for you.
Thank
Can you tell that we don't plan our episodes?
Shake that jelly.
Thanks.
Jiggle, 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 jiggle,
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Anyway.
What?
Okay. Here's actually something that I'll ask you guys.
What?
I literally just thought of this right now.
What'd you
Okay.
think of?
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
I was about to say a blank.
Technically, Xbox One and PS4, their generation is technically over, right?
Yes.
Kind of.
Dead.
That's why I say like technically it's over, but there's still games releasing for it
Yes.
for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite game in your guys' case for the Xbox?
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you guys the same question. That's really hard.
It is a really hard question. I legit just thought of that.
What are your top? Let's do this.
Top
What are your
five?
top 5 favorite games this generation?
From like Xbox and PS4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's do the Xbox first.
Most
and
of
then-
my stuff is almost cross-platform kind of stuff.
Okay, that's fine.
fair.
That's fine.
Well, it's a generation. We're not going based off like console, but
Yeah.
generation in general with Xbox One and PS4. Should we include the Switch in there? Should we throw it in there?
Yeah. Why
All right.
not?
Then include the Switch as well.
Good.
Either one of those consoles, games that released in this generation. Because I know one of them for sure.
All right, let's go with you
For
first.
mine,
Yeah, let's go with you first.
this is in no particular order, and I only have one for right now, is Infamous Second Son.
Okay.
Infamous Second Son was like a launch title for the PS4, I believe, if I
I
remember
thought it was
correctly.
PlayStation 3.
It was for PS4. Infamous 1 through
Second
Oh,
Son
yeah.
was 4.
Okay.
1 through 2? 1
Yes.
and 2
Yes.
were PS3. First Light and Second Son were PS4. And Second Son was awesome, especially that villain run. If you guys haven't, just look up. You don't even have to watch the full playthrough. Just watch the end cutscene for like the villain, like the bad ending of the story. That is so good. I still remember it. It's amazing. It's like years old. Is it okay if I just spoil it?
Go for it.
Yeah.
So Delson Rowe, like his whole thing that it was like his grandma and she like wanted him to do good.
Yeah.
And this organization comes in trying to control like the people with these powers. They have this weird ability to control rocks, and one of them is like to technically poison somebody, and their whole body becomes like stone or whatever from like the source in which they were poisoned from. So she is like very slowly being turned into stone, and Delson is doing like everything to cure it. And at the very end, he finds a cure, but like in a bad way, like in a terrible way. I forget how exactly. But you go up to her and she'll tell you like, you're a disappointment. I never want to see you here again. And he just gets pissed. One of your ultimate moves is like you go up into the air and smack down and like destroy everything within like, I want to say 50 feet. And he does it to like the infirmary where everybody was at. And it is just like, you don't see it. You just see him launch up and like, you don't even see him crash. It just blacks out before he does. Just playing through that and then having that ending was fucking amazing. It was my favorite ending. The good one was okay. I prefer the bad ending in that one.
Okay.
Sorry, I know I rambled on that one. Just need that backstory.
It's good.
That's good.
Sounds good.
One of my favorite games.
Do you want to go next or should I go next?
Now you go next.
Devil May Cry.
Yeah, we already knew that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you knew that one. I could see you over there just, immediately. You knew.
As soon as you're like, I'll go next. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Devil May Cry. I like it. It was a hype fest that I was ready for, and then once it came out, it was everything I hoped for and more.
And I just want Dante and Smash.
Now I want Dante and Smash. Now I need to get the special edition that has Virgil available to play because
Oh, that's right.
Virgil was the main villain, I guess, of Devil May Cry 5. If you could count him splitting himself into 2 different entities. One was more or less human, the other one was 100% demon.
Okay.
So he used his sword to split himself into 2 down the middle, and if he remained out of that form any longer, both entities would die, I believe.
Alright.
But you got to see his
Devil May Cry for you.
you got to see his character Virgil break down to the 2 most everything that was bad about Virgil was
Redeemed.
The villain about Virgil, or the villain of the Devil May Cry 5 game, which is just him the entire time going, I need more power.
Okay.
Because you played Devil May Cry, right?
Yeah, you let me borrow the HD collection.
And you played all 3 of them?
Yes, from what I didn't do like 100%, but yeah, I did. I completed it.
Virgil's a power monger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's literally his entire thing. He's just, I need more power. It's such a good game
it's
with
good.
styling on the enemies and
The
smacking
only thing,
them down.
Like, obviously, the only thing I don't like about him was like the camera angles. Like, you're stuck.
All right, yeah, that's fair, but
That's the only thing. But even then, it's a good game. It's a good story.
That's because those just the older ones were stuck with that kind of camera angle.
3 was when they got rid of that, right? Where you can control like around you.
Yeah, and then 4 was way more control your camera,
And then 5 is like
4 is also
current gameplay.
Yeah, 4 is also where they introduced Nero, the new character.
Yeah.
And in this one, he gets a robot arm that he can, or an amputee arm that he can constantly switch out at all times.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun little details that you can do in a battle where you can, if you're having trouble clearing them all out, you can slow them down with the time gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
You can use this one gauntlet that'll let you have more power to your moves, but it's kind of a gambit. Like if you mess up on it, that thing breaks immediately. You got a really fun one, which is a Gigabuster almost, or
like the Mega Man.
yeah, they had the Mega Man one, and they had one that was themed off of who was the robot that jumped in right at the end of
Of 3?
Ready Player One. Who is that robot?
The Iron Giant.
No.
The other
Gundam.
robot, the Gundam. Yeah, so it's a Gundam arm where you can just blast a giant laser at the enemies.
I was gonna say
Oh,
Ultraman,
that's
but
cool.
that's in the book.
No, the Ultraman's a different thing.
Yeah, Ultraman is different. Gundam was.
Ultraman's awesome though.
Oh, Ultraman is fucking awesome.
But yeah,
Ultraman and Gundam, amazing.
But yeah. So Devil May Cry 5 is my pick, one of my picks
That's
for
one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go through each of them, see if we can like somewhat determine where their places are. Go for it.
Mine would be the remake for Resident Evil 2.
That's a good one.
Resident Evil 2 remake.
Yeah, dude.
Resident Evil 2
It is
remake
good.
was good.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of horror games, but
I mean,
this
you started
one-
playing quite a few of them.
Yeah, I played the remake of 2, and then I played the remake of 3, which was still a good game, but it was more action-packed than anything.
So,
Which
you
is-
preferred 2 over 3?
yeah,
the
I
remake
preferred.
wise?
Yeah,
I mean, the
That's
more
what I've
you
heard.
move down the storyline of Resident Evil, the more that they become less horror focused and more action packed based.
I'm still
yeah,
so
that's what I
excited for
experienced
8.
with 3. 3 became more action-paced than 2.
I'm just
2
so
was more
excited for
focused
8.
on the actual horror aspect of the story.
Uh-huh.
I just really loved it because you start out as either Leon or Claire, and
Yeah,
Choose your path.
choose your path. And the game,
you'll replay it as the other character.
There was
Yeah.
like 3
There
or
was
4
like-
different scenarios that you could run.
There were 6 in all. You could play it on the assisted, standard, or hardcore.
Now I got a question for you. Did you play as the tofu?
Yes.
That's all I wanted to
played
hear.
through all of it.
No, I never beat them all. I didn't beat all of the Tofus, but I beat like half of them.
No, but he played a lot of the storylines. I think you did hardcore, no?
So I was starting a hardcore run. I didn't end up finishing it. I ended up dying.
Yeah.
So once you pretty much die, just end up either restarting it, or if you did save, then start from your save. But your timer is kind of screwed because you have to be under like 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Because
on
you were trying to
hardcore.
do a speed run.
Yeah, so I was trying to get the S plus on the hardcore runs, but that is very hard and you have to be very precise. And you cannot use any of the infinite ammo guns.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Jesus.
could not use any of those because that would mess up your score. If you didn't save, you're guaranteed to pretty much get an S rank. So
You have to do better than not saving.
yeah, you cannot save, and you have to be. The ammo is very scarce, very scarce.
Yeah, fuck that.
So you have to be very precise on your shots.
Jesus.
It's a lot of
That is
Headshots and hoping that they blow
no.
up.
Don't even headshot. Just shoot them in the leg, stun
just
them,
run.
and just walk past them.
Oh god, forget that. No.
Unless it's the lickers, then kill the lickers because those guys.
Those things will follow you.
Mm-hmm. Those will fuck you up. So kill them, and ignore all the regular zombies
Fair enough.
if you can. But yeah, that was one of my favorite games that came out on this generation.
Oh yeah, that's on both technically.
Yeah, I personally enjoyed that one.
I loved it.
There was
It
always
good.
There was always something you could do. You could replay the game, or you could play the survivors.
That's true. It had
was
the
good.
3 different survivors DLC.
It wasn't DLC. It was part of the game.
It was an update.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
it's Capcom. They called it a DLC, but it was an update.
Yeah, it was an update. It was not separate.
Okay.
You didn't have to pay for it or anything. But yeah, there's always something to do. You
Well,
could do
technically, all DLC is DLC. Like even updates are DLC. It's just downloadable content. It doesn't imply that it's paid for.
True.
So yeah, let's call it DLC.
You got a third pick?
You got another one?
Or a second pick, I bet?
I do. It's actually one that you gave me. I knew I was gonna like this one, but it's one that you gave me. Nier Automata.
Ooh.
Nier is so good, dude.
Now Replicant 1 point whatever
Yes.
is coming out soon.
Yes, I'm so excited for that one. It's still coming out for PS4 too.
Yeah.
And I think Xbox.
Think may as well just get it on the next console at that point then.
It's coming out next year, like early next year.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm still gonna have my PS4. I'm not gonna get a PS5 anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
How'd you like Nier?
It's gonna be hard to get.
Dude, Nier is so good. I haven't platinumed it yet because it's a lot of like not combo-esque stuff, but stuff similar to that where it's not like an actual mission you have to complete. It's just like get this many hits with this weapon,
Yeah.
and I can't seem to find the weapon, even though I've done all the endings already.
Jesus.
I've legit done all the endings, and I'm like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what it wants me to do.
Don't know where to find it.
No, I'm probably gonna end up looking through a walkthrough. Not a walkthrough, but like just where to find the items.
Yeah.
But it is so good. The story's like ridiculous. It's takes several turns that you didn't expect. Because I don't want to spoil it, because this one is worth playing through.
It has 26 different endings, right?
Give or take, yes. Technically. Because it has ending 0 as well.
That's true.
So give or take 26.
I mean, when I played it, I kind of struggled getting some of the endings because I feared how to get them.
So what I did, since we have several save files,
Yeah.
I would make a couple different ones, and I strategized it in the sense of like I would have a save file just for suicide
Yeah, okay.
suicide endings.
Yeah, that suicide ending,
The
like
suicide ending was funny though.
the suicide ending, I was kind of like the OS one,
Yeah.
just ripping out your
Did you
OS
do-
system.
Did,
I was
did you do what I told you to do? Did you do him in the boss fight?
no,
Oh goddamn!
or maybe I did. Maybe I did, but it didn't really change it up anyway. I
It
think
just blows you up.
yeah. Like I was scared to do all that stuff because I'm like, well, if the game ends,
No,
Where
it
it
just
is-
brings you back to your last checkpoint.
okay, yeah, I didn't know that, so I struggled
think
on
it
doing
does.
that, and I think
can't remember.
I think I figured that out more or less 3/4 of the way through the game. So
Uh-huh.
at that point, I just started running back to points where I knew I could access a different.
Yeah, because I
Ending.
got one of the bad endings. It was with Pascal.
Mm-hmm.
I told her that I wasn't gonna help her, and it just said like ending because literally the whole world blew up because of the enemies, the robots. So it just loads you back to your last checkpoint.
It's
I'm not
really-
sure about the OS though. I think the OS actually just ends your game.
The OS, no, that one took you back to the last checkpoint as
Did
well. Yeah,
I could be wrong.
it didn't. None of them gave you a hard reset on the
No.
game unless you did the perfect ending. I would call
Oh
it.
yeah, we have to like
Get rid of
get
everything.
rid of your save file to help somebody else.
Yeah.
God, I couldn't do it. I'm gonna get platinum first and then I'll do that.
No, I gave mine away pretty quick.
I couldn't. I can't, dude. Do you know how much time I put into this game?
I wanted to see if I could make it through the end credits without having to ask
I
for
did
help.
too. I tried.
No,
There's no way you can.
it's impossible. It's a lot of bullet hell dodging.
Yeah.
But then once I asked for help, it was pretty much like
it was pretty easy. After
it was
that.
right there too. I was like right near the end because I pretty much say, okay, let me have some help.
And then
and-
as soon as you do, it's over.
You pretty much hear the lyrics kick in and then the thing just dies and it ends. I was like, oh, well, that was like
That was like 2
Short-lived.
seconds away.
that was short lived.
Eric, if you haven't, you need to play Nier Automata.
I haven't played it yet.
Oh, dude, it's on Game Pass. It's so much fun.
So one of the games I was playing was Control.
How was that? I haven't played it yet.
I
I'm
haven't
thinking about
played that
picking it
either.
up.
It's fun. So the way that you can use your telekinesis,
Mm-hmm.
I would say a lot better than most games that have done.
Telekinetic ability.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
because it kind of has the feel of what I imagine God of War, the newer one, did, where you like
Throw your axe and it comes right back.
you throw it, and then on its way it's damaging, and on its way back it's doing some damage.
That's okay. So that's like the aspect that Control has.
It has that when you like say you pick up a box from if I
Behind
picked
somebody?
up something behind you and then pulled it towards me,
It's gonna do damage.
it's going to hit you, and then once I fling it right back at you, it's going to hit you.
Okay. See, I like games that pay that little bit of attention to detail, because in most games, when you do some kind of telekinetic ability or just a weapon that returns to